Hello to myself and everybody else. This is video 30. So far in this one, continuing to look at the music from Milk Story 4. And for this one, it's going to be the music for the underground stage of Story 4 and for the underground boss / rush stages of Story 4 as well. Or the underground part of it. But like I said, this right here is the underground stage music. So I'll go ahead and play this. Yeah, so far for this one, yeah, you can definitely see again, as I said before in the other ones, I was in a rush making all of these. So you can definitely kind of see and absolutely hear that I was in a rush because the bass really doesn't even sound that pleasant at all. Because it's a square wave and triangle wave like usual, but it's not like, it doesn't really sync up to sound like pleasant to the ear at all. It just kind of sounds, even with the drums kind of all over the place. Yeah, because I had no idea what to do for an underground stage, because even the one I made in Story 2, that one also didn't even sound like that good either. Again, maybe it might sound different without headphones. I haven't heard it in a second, stuff like that too. It's been like a year, so haven't heard, well, almost a year, but I haven't heard it yet without headphones and stuff in a while. So with headphones on, I can tell you it just sounds it's not there. The melody, I can at least say again, the melody doesn't sound too bad. It's forgettable, but at least with that, I tried a different rhythm, like +6, because I just had a hard time coming up with something. So at least I came up with a melody. It sounds different from normal, but again, I was trying to come up with something. At least say the melody doesn't sound too bad in the grand scheme of things. The bass is really what kind of messes it up. Same thing with the drums not really being there and stuff like that too. But beyond that, the drums definitely just using the same drums all the way through. The bass not sounding insanely pleasant. The melody's kind of okay. Because the other things I can tell, so I did mess with the panning and stuff too. I messed with the panning, at least for the bass and everything, just the melody I didn't. Just hear this again. Alright, so again, at least one side doesn't sound like it weighs more than the other, but yeah, just this really is not that catchy. Again, when you're playing the game and stuff too and it's there, you probably really won't pay too much attention to it. You'll just kind of play the stage and stuff too. You'll be like, yeah, the music isn't annoying, but you'll probably forget it the moment it stops. You'll be like, yeah, I couldn't tell you what the song was for the other stage. Definitely a problem with that. Again, making multiple songs at once, I was just trying to get something. That's why I definitely started with a bass first. I was like, yeah, this works. Can sound for an underground thing. Why not move on? Just stuff like that. So definitely a problem again of just rushing and settling. Really big problem with this. Is the main lesson, get away from it. Also, mix up my drums more. Bass, again, need to try to make that sound better on its own. It really wasn't that pleasant. But yeah, I'll just move on to the next one now. This is the song for the underground rush stages as well as the boss fight. And for this, it looks, just visually looking at it, I basically did the same thing where I just kind of made a bass, put a melody in, so I'll just hear how this sounds. And then just probably say the exact same thing I said about the other. But I'll just go ahead and play it. Yep, hearing this with headphones on, dear God, this bass was not good. Just this bass alone sounds horrible with headphones on. Yeah, it does not really sound super pleasant to the ear. Maybe without it might sound better, but just with them, not that good. The melody with it, again, the melody itself, it's not, again, kind of does feel like an afterthought a bit, but it's not too bad. Like, I'm kind of giving myself a benefit of the doubt here, just trying to at least say something positive about it. The bass isn't too, or not the bass, the melody isn't too bad. The bass really is not that good, not super pleasant. The melody with the bass, it feels like they're both like cutting each other off because the sounds they're making. So some parts sound like lower. The bass sound like it's louder than the melody, even though the volume's like probably turned down. Yeah, it's turned down by a little and stuff like that too, but it's not like the bass is louder and it's like cutting off the melody and stuff a lot more. The only times I say it sounds pretty good is when I kind of like use the same thing on all three. Like here, where it sounds like, to me, it sounds pretty good here. Like that sounds like a pleasant sound. Same thing with around, I think, yeah, so 4 and 5 here. Like these sound pretty good. Yeah, but I'll still say at least 5 sounds better than 4, because 4 still kind of sounds just, and because it's the same bass, it just audibly doesn't feel like it sounds too good. And like I said, this is pretty short, because again, I was making a boss theme and rushing through all of these, so also still pretty short. So definitely the same problem of the bass being an afterthought, the melody being okay, but the bass kind of just ruining it, the drums really just being the same thing, not mixed up and everything. So definitely being in a rush, a lot of, and plus with the time span between them, a lot of lessons were forgot, and a lot of mistakes were made that I made in the previous stuff. That's the main reason why I'm going back and recording these, so I at least like have something to go back to, like, okay, so where did I make a mistake and stuff here, and from there just be able to be like, okay, do this, don't rush this, try this. Plus even then I can be like, here's what this other one sound like, so let me try to do better. So, but yeah, at least with this, just the main thing is just the problem with that and everything too. Just the bass kind of ruins the whole thing. The melody and stuff itself kind of sound, let me just hear the melody and stuff without the bass, without the drums, just to hear what that sounds like. So just start here, just hear it. Yeah, just audibly on its own, just 4 and 5 does not sound good. So let's hear 6 and 7. Yep, and then it sounds bad again when to start repeating these bass and everything and stuff too with this. It just does not sound good when to start repeating that. So yeah, but like I said, the melody part sounds fine, so I start repeating this bass and start duplicating that. 5 sounds pretty good with it, because I at least moved it up a little bit compared to 4, where it's like the exact same place it is. So yeah, just again, overall, rushing just made this whole thing sound messed up. So that's the biggest problem. But yeah, so that's really all I can just kind of end it on there. To myself and everybody else, see you in the next one.